Everybody, Steve Georgia here, live from Allendale's trading floor. It is December 28th, 2010. Wrapping up the year here in the next few days. Looks like things are continuing to move higher. Corn up again, up 8 cents. Beans up 2.5 today, with the wheat market up 18. So wheat kind of leading the charge. A lot of stuff across the news wires looking at the French wheat being stronger. Good demand. That's the milling wheat. But made new highs here overnight. So our wheat, very strong, following suit after being punished over the last few weeks, still remaining within a sideways range. We are, if you look at the short-term highs here that we've had a high in that March contract near 8.11. We're not quite there yet. We did make a high today just over $8. And then the contract highs here for wheat at 8.64. Wheat is, if you look at corn made some new highs. We closed into new highs today, being up 8 cents. The beans made some new highs, up 2.5 today, but we're up $1.20 in the last 3 weeks. So very strong in the beans, but the wheat really not following. Well, today finally kicked it in gear. I think short term we may continue to see a little bit of strength here, maybe try to go test those highs as well, now that corn and beans have tested those highs. A lot of guys looking for new money to come into the markets after the first of the year, maybe continuing to push things higher after that. You've got a big report out here January 12th that could bring some fundamental change as well. The estimates right now are looking for a drawdown basically in corn, beans, and wheat stocks, and could remain bullish, and I think that's what people are gearing up toward, looking for some more friendly numbers from USDA out that second week of January. Energy markets today, crude oil up 25 cents. Kind of a quiet day for crude. The dollar unchanged. Looks kind of tame, but at one point overnight you had the dollar down almost 80 cents. So we had a low of 79.89 for that dollar. We had a very strong recovery for that today, closing near the upper end of the range today for that dollar. That may look for a little bit further gains as we move into the new year, but it was a good close. And so we are looking for that potentially to strengthen up, maybe get back to last week's highs again. So maybe look for a little bit more of a gain in that dollar over the next couple days. Stock market up 31, kind of a quiet day for it. A lot of guys taking the week off ahead of the new year, so not really looking for too much to happen there as well. But it is up right now about 31 points. The metals, strong day across the board there in the metals. Gold up $24. Puts it back above 1,400. So we're back to 1,406. We had a high back about a month or so ago, up at that 1,432. So we're making our charge back up to those highs. 1,432 and some change is that magic number. So watch that. Silver strong, just like I mentioned with the gold, up $1.02. So gold, silver very strong. You're back above 30. We're at 30.28 right now for that silver, looking strong and could continue to push higher as we move into the new year with the expectation of new money pushing markets higher after the first. So let's see if that happens. Following suit, soft markets, you had sugar up 75 points today. That is the next target there. There's a gap that you've got to go all the way back to 1980. That gets filled right around 35.30. And so we're not quite there yet. We still have some room here to the upside, but still a pretty good turnaround day after being lower early in the session. Looks like we closed about 75 points higher. Cotton, though, kind of a different story. We were up almost 4 cents today at one point, or 400 points. We ended up closing down 141 points. So that's kind of a negative close there on that cotton. I think what you're finding is maybe a little bit of profit taken. But overall, fundamentals are still friendly. The charts are still in an uptrend, but kind of a negative close. Wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a further setback tomorrow for cotton from the close that we have seen here today. Orange juice down $6.95 today. This is after a lot of stories come out and suggesting that we're going to now see some damage in this orange crop down from Florida with the cold snap that we've just seen. That cold weather pushing deep into Florida and hitting some of these orange areas. Guys are talking there could be, or that it's likely to have some damage, and yet the market's still sold off. We saw a nice rally into that, It was almost a buy the rumor, sell the fact type idea, but orange juice was down $6.95. I look for further pullback there for OJ yet over the next few sessions. Livestock kind of quiet today. Fat cattle down 15 cents. Feeders were mixed. You had the hogs down about 22. But no major news out there overall. That's a big market mover in any way. But as I mentioned, livestock more quiet. I do want to invite you guys out to our conference. We're going to talk about a lot of this stuff at our conference. That's January 21st and 22nd. You've got a couple things coming up, or you got a couple things that a couple speakers that'll be there as well. You're going to have Drew Lerner, does a great job as far as weather. You've got Rich Nelson talking on a couple different topics. He's the head of our research. We got Paul Georgie going to talk, as well as Bill Biederman. So we got a great lineup for you guys. Get your seats reserved. Get those on here today, or get those reserved here today. Call us with any questions you may have, 800-262-7538, or check us out on the web at allendale-inc.com. Have a great one. We'll talk to you next week. Take care.